Sister tries to drown the moment. My mom looks away for a photo. What's the dumbest beliefs you had as a child? When I was 4 to 5 I swore that bad seeds grew birds. Thus the name. When my parents asked me to prove it to them, I planted a pile of bird seeds. The next day there were loads of birds where I planted the seeds, showing I was right. You agreed to play this game, so if you get hurt you cannot tell on me. Yes. Why aren't millennials having children? Maybe because those of us who did were nice enough to explain to our friends you have to wake up at 5:52 am and watch Thomas while holding a toy of Thomas and making him say, "Wow, look, I'm on TV," before your coffee is even ready. I remember I used to watch Bear in the Big Blue House every day when I was little. And he always does that smelling thing in the beginning, and one time he sniffed and went, "You smell like ham and cheese," and I was eating a ham and cheese sandwich, so I cried and never watched the show again because I thought he could actually smell me. My son, 13, wanted me to take him to the ER because he couldn't hear out of one of his ears after a little questioning. It turns out that one of his earbuds stopped working. I really wish I was making this up. My sister showed me this and told me to keep it secret. She learned it from her friend. Pap, please help, I forgot my Chrome Nook. Pap, please bearing it to my school. Pap, PLS send it quick. Pap, 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 pap. Never mind, mama is bringing it. 4-year-old spent 10 minutes telling me about his grazed knee and how it really hurts, but when he showed me it looked fine. He got mad that I couldn't see the graze. Then he realized he was showing me the wrong knee. My son's response to his favorite thing to do. My name is Robert. I'm 5 years old. My favorite thing to do is hold my leg. When I was kid I used to wonder how they played clips from scenes that hadn't aired yet in the opening credits of TV shows. I have several questions. When I was a kid I really wanted to swim in the hippo pool at the zoo and was always upset the zookeeper would say no when I asked. Just found out my son 4 gave his teacher at school a half-eaten Tic Tac and said his tooth fell out. She put it in an envelope and sent it home with him. Grammar practice. Write a sentence about the pictures. The milk is white. The milk is Heath. The bard is Bob's. My 2-year-old using her binoculars to look at ants. 9.8 years. What? 9 year. 8 month. My friend wins parenting. I've never heard of anyone doing this and it's hilarious. She said, "Sometimes I put movies on that are in Spanish, and when my kids get really confused and ask why they can't understand it, I tell them they are just tired and should probably take a nap. Then when they wake up from the nap I put the same movie on in English and they think they are all better." A highlight of my daddy day. Daddy, I just wiped my own bat. He has his hand up for a 5. I gave him a good one to celebrate the milestone. He then continues, "Yeah, the paper ripped and some got stuck in my bat, but I got it all out." Daddy's response, "Great. Let's both wash our hands." This kid climbed out onto a bridge support and got stuck. State park rescue workers had to get him down. He is a tad F-wording stupid. Name, Andrew. Can I help? My name is Andrew. Put that down. He came over. He said the F word. Let's think of another sentence next time. I was cleaning my room and found these 2 younger me was ambitious. Last night I told my 4-year-old I loved her and she said, "I love you so much that if someone chopped your head off, I'd carry it around forever in a bag." This was under the IMDb trivia section for Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Bob Hoskins said that, for 2 weeks after seeing the movie, his young son wouldn't talk to him. When finally asked why, his son said he couldn't believe his father would work with cartoon characters such as Bugs Bunny and not let him meet them. My little brother played the draw logos from memory game. Draw the Starbucks logo. Problem solved, right? Jason has a problem. He cannot find his favorite toy in his messy room. What is a solution to help with his problem? Choose the best answer. He can go outside and play. Let's see if Twitter is happy with what was said. I hate Discord, I have issues, so I just got banned from a ducking server. I was rightly angry on my tweet. I leaked my age cause of you. Duck you, but you made me so angry I endangered myself on Twitter. Hope you get pipe bam. I hope you are happy. Cause I'm not. My 3-year-old brother, everybody. Lucas asks, what is this? I told him it's an emergency radio. He says, oh, for when you just need to hear music. Just found my rock collection from when I was like 6. Behold, my precious, including a piece of cement. I have no idea what is even going on here. When I was 6, I hung out with my neighbor's kid in their house. And they had a treadmill, so I turned it on and started walking. The neighbor's kid, after I stopped, told me, if you don't do it every day you will get super fat. As an already fat kid, I was mortified. I believed him completely and went home crying my eyes out. So I decided to visit them every day to use the read mill. Luckily, his mom knew what he did and told me he lied. So I felt relieved. But joke's on me, I still got fat every day. One time in 6th grade, I got bored, so I sang Let It Go. I sang the song at the top of my lungs. My headphones were on, so I couldn't hear how loud I was singing. Everyone was staring at me, like I was from another planet. I know they are supposed to be silly sentences, but really, y'all. I just saw this from my 7-year-old son's graded work that was sent home. I don't know what to feel anymore. A dog ate my grandpa last week. My best friend saw a horse. My mom is a dog. My mom drops logs. I paid myself. I swallowed a penny when I was little. What's the dumbest thing you did as a child? Okay, look. My mom was working there at the time, and she had me with her. I was sitting in the office and there was this shiny button under the computer, and I thought it was going in sync with the board that would light up on the wall. So I pressed the button over 40 times back to back, not knowing it was the damn panic button. They had the store surrounded all because of my little gothy ace. Many of you have been asking about a new entry in the Grand Theft Auto series. With every new project, our goal is always to significantly move beyond what we've previously delivered. We are pleased to confirm that active development for the next entry in the series is underway. Hi, I have no PC, I have to Android phone, please send me link to GTA V5. Ran out of toilet paper. I asked my 3-year-old to bring me some from the other restroom. Here's what she brought, in this exact form. My kid was tying their shoe and came up with the elusive triple bunny ears somehow. It's real, I see it from my life. I call FBI and Springtrap killed all FBI agents and is in jungle. And I see the Freddy's house too, it was scary, but the army got them in lava jail. Such a wholesome and leave such a good message. My kids must watch, this is amazing content, good job. Keep spreading positivity. By the way, is a joke, I'm 8 years old. Damn, your speech is like a 49-year-old parent, good job. Thank you, my N. I'm a private tutor. Task my 9-year-old student to draw his dream house. He brings me this and tells me his dream house is a bathroom. A kid's attempt to draw the family dog. What I learned when my toddler started carrying around an emotional support tampon. Decided to try to fit between the sliding door and the screen. Some kid had enough losing at the claw machine. When I was 5, I was obsessed with Spider-Man, and one day I put glue all over my hands thinking that, because they were sticky, I could climb walls just like how Spider-Man does. Well, I couldn't climb the walls and the glue got all over the place. My parents were not happy after that. You are like my age youth. She means idol. That killed me. Same bro. Now if my BFF says, who is your idol? Then I laugh so hard BFF. What? Then I say, age youth. I'm a dog trainer and lots of time kids like to come up to me while I'm out working. If the dog I have is good with kids, I'll let them approach if they ask. One little boy came up and started telling me all about the dog his family had. His mother then came up and explained it's actually their neighbor's dog that the kid keeps stealing and bringing back to their house. This reminds me of when my brother and I were younger and we went to the zoo with our parents and a couple of family friends. My little bro really needed the bathroom. One of the family friends needed the bathroom too, so took him with her. We waited outside the toilet block. All was quiet until on top note my bro shouted, "Wow, Sue, haven't you got a fat ace?" The windows was open so anyone in earshot of that block heard him. Sue came out very red-faced. Needless to say, she didn't take him again. I just remembered today a second grader got her dinger stuck in a clipboard and I was trying to get it out and she was vibing and says, "I wish I hadn't done this cause now I can't stop thinking about my dinger and also about unicorns and llamas. Ha ha ha." She's not stupid, but she's really got 'em funny. From to mom. Why do I have to go to school? Just because I skip one day does not mean I'm not going to fail. Bye, I hope you see this. When I was little, I didn't understand why people drew cartoon octopuses with bulbous heads. This is because I interpreted the head as a big snout. This is how I used to draw them, with cartoon smile. When I was like 5 and overheard my dad talking in the phone saying that he'll hit up Mario later and was like my dad knew Mario. Super Mario Bros. 3. Met a guy in the early 1980s who was associated with the old Hollywood stars from the Los Angeles area. He knew the players as well as a bunch of the stars of the day who used to attend the games. He said he had a ball and bat signed by people like the Marx Brothers, W.C. Fields, the Three Stooges, just about anyone who was big in the 30s 50s. He said he gave the bat and ball to his nephew and found out later the kid took it outside and played with them, lost the ball, and ended up hitting rocks with the bat. I promise I tried my hardest. Write an equation that shows an estimate answer. Then write the exact answer. 6. 495 plus 812. 2,000,000. 7. 7,203 plus 299. 9,260. 8. 2,859 plus 6,017. 8,262. Here's a lovely little gem I made at 5 as a Thanksgiving craft. I'm thankful for my mommy buying me a new toy. How my kid sister gave me my 3-bit today. Said they must have forgotten the cookie portion at the factory. My younger brother's classmate, 11 years old, wrote this letter to his crush, explaining why she should love him. From Spy to Kashfi, I have got to know. Your crush Pashwa was kind, his love followed a principle that was to care, be in hard time of other, and help him or her. You should love him. Was looking through some old stuff of mine and found a diary I got as a gift when I was 8 years old. This is the only entry. Once I was at the dentist and they had tofu plus blue jelly with whitening. I was not happy after they did it. You know how most kids think a monster will get them in their sleep? Well, when I was 7 I thought something similar, but I thought something from a bad day you had would come up to you during nighttime. I also thought it couldn't get you if you were under the blankets. Back when I was younger I remember seeing a Chadtronic video where he watched old McDonald's commercials and one was for a Ronald McDonald doll I wanted, but he referred to it as a voodoo doll, so guess what, I asked my parents for a voodoo doll. I so ducking hate myself for saying that now. A kid punched a hole in the wall with the door. Found a greeting card made by my younger sibling for her teacher. 1. Ma'am, you are my inspiration. 2. You are the best ma'am in the world. 3. You are very sweet and cute. When I come to class I thought that you are very strict, but when I realize that you are sweet. On a reverse video. Plot twist. He has real magic powers. No. r/wosh. r/shut up. Now that's a dome scratcher. Cohen yells a big defiant no. I'm not even sure what the question was. Okay young man, go to the corner. Again no. I'll save you the gory details of the next 5 minutes. Fast forward. Okay Cohen, your time is up. No. I want to go back to the corner. Put me back in the corner. No. I'm going to the basement to sort laundry. No, you have to put me back in the corner. Follows me downstairs. I want you to come upstairs and put me in the corner. Kicking, screaming, yelling. Repeat often. Then, silence for a few seconds. Mom, yes? Do dust bunnies make you cough? Yes they can. Drama over. I'm still scratching my head over that one. I'm quite a writer when I was young. Today I feel average. I can't describe confident what I'm feeling right now. I'm like in the middle. I could turn into any mood. But right now I'm not in any particular mood. I wish I had a mood ring, because I don't know how I feel. It's really complicated. I tried to fake a math test and got caught. When I was a kid, around 8 or 9, my dad used to get me chocolates or take me to a movie if I scored good in maths. So one day I thought I'll game the system. So I decided to give myself a fake math test and evaluate myself and get some reward from my dad. So I wrote down already solved / example problems from the textbook and evaluated myself. I gave myself 21 out 25. Not to sound suspicious and make it believable. The problem was, that was the year they taught me fractions, and I doctored a fake math test without understanding it fully. So when my parents asked me why I got 25 out of 21, I was confused. See, I put 21 in denominator and 25 in numerator. It was like 25 over 21. When my parents pressed further, I said the teacher made a mistake. The stupidest part was, I didn't know the teacher's name. So I signed the test with my initials. I was really disappointed and even surprised how my parents figured out the entire scheme in less than a minute. My parents still pull my leg for this. I'm a researcher now developing complex models. To this day I still wonder how the duck I got the job as a researcher and ended up where I'm now. I was a weird kid when I was 8. My twin sis and I went to an elementary school full of weirdos. It was a late start, and we were at a before school care. We went out for recess. We played with some other girls. Then we got a brilliant idea. We would play a game where we would chase the boys trying to capture, basically squidnap them. Keep in mind that we were in 3rd grade and a lot of people do boy versus girls stuff at this age. So we were running around chasing the boys around the playgrounds. Our recess yard was many different playgrounds, trying to capture them. To this day, I wonder if any of the recess monitors saw a bunch of crazy girls running around in the recess yard trying to squidnap boys instead of pretending to be princesses, or whatever game they think girls play. Today I ducked up by not wearing a shirt under my hoodie to school. I'm 17, and it was my 2nd day at my new school. I decided to wear a pullover hoodie with no shirt under. I didn't know we couldn't wear hoodies. At my old school they allowed it. No one said anything to me all day until 3rd period, when my teacher asked me to take my hoodie off. I said okay, and she went right back to teaching, and I thought that was the end of it. She noticed I didn't take it off, so she asked me again, and I told her I didn't want to. I couldn't just tell her in front of everyone that I didn't have a shirt on underneath. So she sent me to the principal, and I was too embarrassed to tell him I didn't have a shirt underneath. The principal called my mom and I ended up being sent home, and I have in-school suspension for 3 days. I once accidentally bit a baby's dinger. They stuck their little hand in my mouth while I was holding them. I froze and we looked at each other for like a solid 5 seconds before the crying began. Not my greatest achievement. The police showed up at my house today. Here's a fun way to start a Wednesday. It's 4:45, and I had just brought our infant to our room. because he woke up to nurse. I hear a tap tap tap. I laid there for a minute thinking, what is our toddler getting into, and why didn't my husband close the gate? And then another tap tap tap. So I get up, still holding our infant, and walk into the living room. I stopped in my tracks, somewhat startled for a moment, when I see a person looking through our front window. Then realized it's the police. Hi mom, the reason we're here is that we had an open 911 line. We just wanted to check and make sure everything is okay. I'm so sorry, my toddler must have gotten the hold of my husband's phone. Oh okay. Well, since it does involve children, we have to make sure everyone is okay. Can you go get him? So I go get my husband, who was asleep on the floor in our toddler's room. Hey, the cops are here. He called 911 on your phone. Can you get him? We all walk to the front door, and the officer says, great, it looks like everyone is okay. Have a good day. I'm so sorry. You too. Close the door as my husband is looking at his phone reviewing the 5 missed calls and a text from emergency services. I walk with him to put our toddler back in his room, walking past the mirror in our living room. Only then do I notice that my Bob is still out from feeding our infant before the police got here. I tried the spicy food trick on my daughter once. The little fiend loved it. She will eat things as spicy as I will, and I get things. She's about to be 3, and I have yet to find something spicy that she won't eat and ask for more of. She will sit there sweating with a red face, panting like a dog, and ask for more. It may have backfired, but I'm so proud.